what is shonen? The age-old question that everyone wants to know the answer of, even though it's a common household otaku word that I'm pretty sure 99% of the anime community knows of. But anyway, anime, just like any other creative medium like books and movies, have many genres. In fact, anime may even have more. I made that up, but that's probably true. I mean, imagine a movie with a harem genre. Actually, there probably is, but it'll be a serious take on it. Polygamy isn't as fantasy-like as you'd think. But anyway, anime has many genres, from psychological to horror to comedy to yuri. And the beauty of anime and manga is that there's probably a show out there that has all of those genres into one. But we're not going to talk about those genres, we're going to talk about the most popular tag that you see under the anime, shonen. Any anime fan has definitely heard of this word being attached to some of the biggest titles out there, such as One Piece, Naruto, Bleach. I can just keep. So it's pretty unavoidable that you've never heard of it. Actually, I should do some viewer participation. Try to count how many times I say shonen in this video. But anyway, I'm here to explain to you some pretty basic shit, but some people might not know of it. And that is, what is shonen? Why is it so popular? And what are the signs that you should look out for to know that it is a shonen anime? With some examples. Anyway, the first question, what is shonen? The literal translation of that word is young boy. And before I continue on, there's a bit of a misunderstanding on the word. Shonen isn't a genre, because genre is like a category of what type of story a movie is or a book is. Like comedy is funny, but shonen is a demographic. So I have no idea why they keep putting it underneath the tags of anime series as if it's a genre. Shonen is a target demographic that is mainly targeted at young kids, typically under the age of 15, and that's where the biggest titles are held under. You know what I'm talking about, those types of shows that go over 50 episodes. And there's also shoujo, there's seinen, there's josei, and then there's kodomomuke. I hope I'm saying that right, I probably aren't. And not all shonens are typically battle manga, but some of the most popular shonen anime are battle manga, so that's what I'm talking about when I'm explaining what it is. And everything I say doesn't apply to non-battle mangas. I mean, you can still have a shonen, but it doesn't have to have fighting. Hey, that's a point. Oh yeah, and just because anime has the demographic of shonen doesn't mean that you can't watch it. You can enjoy shows like One Piece just as much as an old man can enjoy watching a Pixar movie or Shrek. Anyway, second question, why is shonen so popular? And that's because the biggest reason is that the main target audience for anime is those kids at that age range. They are the ones that watch these stuff the most. You're obviously going to target the biggest audience to get that good pound money. The answer really is just as simple as that. It's like console games. Most of the console games are targeted at boys and men because more guys play them. It's sad, really. And also, the biggest manga company in Japan is called Shonen Jump. That probably plays a part in there as well. That also explains some of the manga that come out of Shonen Jump that are definitely not for kids. Like Death Note, I don't think that's for kids. But they're still categorized as shonen, so I don't get it either. Now the final bit. How do you spot a shonen? I'm also going to debunk a few things about shonen because some condescending spoons like to just attach this title onto anything bad. Anyway, the first sign of a shonen anime is... Meteor smash! How did you see that coming? Are you some hacksmith? You'd be a shit serial killer. And this is the biggest sign of a battle manga shonen. You're likely always going to hear a character yell their attack name for some reason, which practically makes no sense because you're letting the opponent know that you're going to attack them. But hey, at least it feels hella intense. Call it a tradition of battle manga from way back. But why fix what's not broken? Kids love it. Sign number 2, over-explaining an attack. Dude, I'm a super good serial killer, alright? Alright? Haha, what an idiot. Little did he know I had one more. This wasn't Meteor Smash, this was Meteor Smash. And that's why dinosaurs died. You done? Meteor Smash! Bit my club! Done in small doses, there's no problem with explaining what your attack does. And it really shouldn't bother anyone unless you're dumping a lot of information in the middle of a battle. It really breaks the tension. The drama and intensity just vanishes because one guy is just explaining how the fuck his attack works while the other guy is just standing there injured or ready to wait for his move like a turn-based RPG game. Now folks, this isn't a shonen problem, this is more of a writing problem. Okay, maybe it's a bit of a shonen problem. Like if you're gonna make an anime for kids, you're gonna have to spoon feed them a bit. Well, at least that's how adults think. You know how condescending they are towards kids. Some kids are pretty clever. Some kids aren't. But anyway, that's not the point. They think that stuff will just go right over their heads. But that's only a small factor. Bad writing is still the major reason. I mean, look at Hunter x Hunter. It's really good at giving you small doses of what the character can do. And it gives you important exposition and build up before the fight. So during the fight, there's not that much going on. Until like really late in the game. But no tension is lost. When the action scenes do start, that's all we get. You get pure action, and that's the best. Heck, like I said earlier, not every shonen anime or manga are fighting. Shows like Great Teacher Onizuka and Bakuman fall under the shonen tag, and those are some pretty damn well written shows that I'm sure people of all ages can enjoy. Anyway, so I can't be asked to write anything else, so here's a list of what annoys me about shonen. I mean, what to look out for in shonen anime. When a character is introduced as a bad guy, gets beat the fuck up, and then 20 episodes down the line, he's a good guy. When you build up so much drama on a character's death, and it makes you cry, and then they bring him back. Filler! Shonens love that filler, and that's not their fault. It's because these anime series, they are so popular that they just keep going and going and going and going and going. So please, what I beg is that you should release 26 episode seasons on intervals, like they're doing with Gintama lately. That's the best. You get maximum quality with reduced fillers. And I'm okay, you might be losing a bit of money, but we're happy, and isn't that all that matters? No? Okay, so that's it. Glad I got that out of my system. Let's talk about some things I like about shonen, because from every shadow there is light. I love feeling the grand adventure of an epic story that you generally get from shonen anime. And the story is always long enough to, fully explore that world. The main characters usually have a very strong drive or motivation, and it makes you root for them. And that's great. You get really attached to the main characters. It gives birth to really dank parodies like Gintama and One Punch Man, and those are some of the best anime I've ever seen. Some shonen anime, like I said previously, aren't even geared towards kids, because there are some shows that would even interest the older folk, like me, or people older than me. Shows like Magi, Death Note, and Fullmetal Alchemist. Okay, anyway, I'm done. Not sure what this video ended up being, so I just wanted to say, I'm not generalizing everything just because a lot of anime fall under this cliche or trope. Give everything a chance and don't disregard it just because of it having a shonen tag. Because some will be good, don't be so shallow, kids. Anyway, like if you liked it, subscribe if you wanna, and see ya. Explode!